So welcome to another episode, and I've been thinking lately about videos and the shows I've been producing, and it got me thinking about the old show that I used to do, the Nobmouse Show, daily topics and things like that. It's one of those things, you sometimes look back on your videos and realise just how far you've come in terms of production quality and ability to script things. It's one of those things where on the Nobmouse Show I never used to script because it was a show that was done quite late or in the middle of doing something else. So I think I've got to do that, but I've already done that, but I don't need to start that yet, so I'll just do the quick video quickly. And basically you're looking at topics, giving your opinion, editing, uploading, and that's it. And at the time that was a great thing. It pushed me to actually make videos and to learn how to edit and to learn production values, like how to frame yourself on a camera, and the way I've got myself framed here, so I'm in the middle and things like that. That's the kind of thing I was looking for. I didn't know how to do that at first, so sometimes you'll see my head's chopped off at the top, or I'm right down the bottom of the frame because I couldn't get the camera framed properly and things like that, and sound quality and everything like that. It's just one thing. It taught me an awful lot. So I was talking to Jen recently about the Nobmouse Show. So she said, "Do you miss it? Would you ever want to come and do it again?" And I was thinking, yeah, I would want to do it again, but I know that I couldn't. And that's what it has to come down to. One of the things that I said in the video I made quite a while back, and I may have to update it, about how to make a web show, is you need to know whether you've got the time to do it. And I think I said that in that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And that's the thing that I have at the moment. I have essentially two full-time jobs. I'm a cartoonist, but I'm also a politician. And as a result of that, all the web shows I have to make have to fit around those, because I can't not do the politics in order to make a video. That's just not going to happen. And equally, I don't want to avoid the comics in order to do a video as well, because the comics are really my first love, you know? So in the end, I have to take a long, hard look at things and think, do I have the time to research, film, edit a video every day? Three things. Now, research takes an hour or two, even for a 5 or 10 minute video. Editing takes 3 times as long as how much footage you have filmed. So if you film 30 minutes for a 5-minute video, you've got an hour and a half's worth of editing there. And then you have to process it out after that, which means a bit more time as well. So these things, do I have, for a 5 or 10 minute daily video, do I have 4 hours? And the answer is no. No, I don't. That's why videos keep getting missed, because unfortunately, I have to put my main jobs ahead of my love. I love doing videos, but I have to consider it a hobby at this point. Because if I consider it a part-time job, then that's my third job. And I would love to do that, but I only have so many hours in a day. And if I look at it in a way like it's an actual job, I have to think, well, that means that I have to schedule time for it every day in order to do it, and I can't do that, and all that would do is give me stress. So I look at it as kind of a hobby that I adore and want to make more of, but at the moment can't. So yeah, I would love to do the Nobmouse Show again. It would be great, but I don't have the time. So I'm just going to go with the new version of it, like I've been doing, where it's one topic on a Friday, and then I film on Friday, put it up over Friday night, and there's your Saturday video. That's how it kind of works now, and I think that works out quite well. Right, rant over. This is an odd video, slightly different to how I've been doing things lately on this show. I'm going to move straight into doing the computer game haul that I've got. Lately I've been looking at the charity shops, but I also did a bit of ordering from CEX, so let's see what I end up getting. Now the first one is something that I picked up at the car boot sale. In fact, I got 3 at the car boot sale. And it's, I was looking around, and the car boot sale, local one here, isn't very good in terms of picking up old games. In fact, there were no retro stuff at all, aside from PS2. The Wii was the newest console. There were a couple of Xbox games and a PlayStation 3, but it was not very good. So it's not what I'll go to every week, because it's clearly not that great, but I'm glad of what I actually picked up, because I picked up Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and it's pretty good condition. And I wasn't sure whether I had this one or whether it was another Harry Potter, and it turned out that I did already have it, in pretty decent condition in fact. So I've got 2 comparable ones, but the weird thing is, both of them have this weird rippled effect on the back, and it's a bit of an oddity. It's like there's been a production error with them. I thought they were damaged, but it seems like they all have it. But here's the strange thing. Now, this one didn't come with a manual, but it did come with the bump, and I'm going to move the bump over to the other version because I think it's slightly better quality. And the disc's in pretty good condition, but when I opened it, I thought, hang on, why are there 2 discs in here? It turns out that the PlayStation 1 version disc was in the PlayStation 2 case with the PlayStation 2 disc, so I don't know where the box is for this one, but that was a surprise when I got home and opened it. I mean, I checked the disc in the thing, but it was at 7 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't really awake. I must have not noticed it. But the same people were saying, I mean, these were all 50p, the titles I got, so I've spent £1.50, which is pretty good for these games. The next one up is Shark Tale. Now, this one I've seen around a lot, but tends to be immensely damaged. This one's in very good condition. It's got the manual in great condition, and the disc's in great condition too. So I was very happy to pick this up. But the game's not all that great, but you do see it around, and I'm trying to collect them all, so I'm glad I have it, and especially for 50p, it's not bad at all. And the final one, NHL 2K7. Now, I wasn't sure whether this was a cheap game or a slightly more expensive late release, but I thought, I like hockey. So I was going to have it either way. No manual, but I do have the extra bump, and the disc is in pretty good condition too. The case does have some damage on the back. It looks like water damage with a bit of dirt rubbed into it. But never mind, for 50 pence I'm not going to complain. Now, these other ones I've got here are from CEX. I did an order, one of the videos that's going to go up over weekends for the next 3 weeks. I think it's the third one that goes up over the weekends because I'm trying to catch up. I end up with a huge amount of backlog of these videos. It talks about how I recently put in an order, and they've gone down to only being able to order 10 things because people like me kind of took the piss and ordered 55p games. So they're down to 10, but I needed to fill up an order, and I decided, well, I need to fill out the bulk with the older ones, the cheaper ones that I can't get anywhere else. So I ordered a Hannah Montana. And it's a rhythm game. It's an interesting rhythm game, actually, because it uses the analog sticks on the PlayStation, both of them at the same time. So it's actually quite interesting. It's tried to push some boundaries. But it's not in great condition, but the manual is here in pretty good condition, and the disc's not bad either. So, all in all, not bad at all. Next up, we have Sonny Garcia Surfing, and this is one of the early titles. It's pretty much Ubisoft's answer to Tony Hawk. And Tony Hawk is better, but this is not bad. If you get a chance to play it, it's worth having a look at least. No manual, but the disc's in pretty good condition. And it's an original black case PlayStation game, so one of the early ones. Next up, we have another football one, Premier Manager 2006 to 2007. It stinks of smoke, so I'm not going to open it. Well, actually, no, I have to open it because I need to check. Yeah, it's got a manual with a sticker on it, so the disc's in moderately good condition. But when I open it, it stinks of smoke, so it's obviously come from a smoker's house. The case is covered in bits of glue and sticky crap, so not the best condition ever. But the final one I want to talk about from CEX is Carol Vorderman's Sudoku. Really good condition. Manual's here in perfectly good condition. The disc is hardly ever used. I gave this a try and found, actually, it's a lot of fun. I was really impressed, but we'll move on because there is one more that I really want to talk about, and this one was a present from my wife Jennifer, and it's SingStar Pop Hits 3. Now, if you've only ever seen the list of UK releases, you'll be thinking, hang on, what's Pop Hits 3? There wasn't one. Well, there was in France. This is a French one, as you can tell from the back, where it's all in French. Very interesting. It's brand new. She bought it brand new. It came sealed, and I've opened it because I like to play games rather than just collect sealed. Fantastic quality manual, of course. Fantastic quality disc, of course. Everything's here. I can't sing any of these songs. Oh my god. And I'm terrible at SingStar anyway because I'm not a very good singer. Hearing loss tends to do that to you. You lose the feedback that allows you to sing properly without a lot of practice, and I haven't had the practice. So, I plugged it in and gave it a try. And you know that thing where when you're learning a language and you read it and you think, how do I pronounce this? How do I pronounce that? And then it slows you down so much. Well, for some reason, when I look, I can speak a little French, but when I see it on screen for SingStar, my brain slows down to that. How do you say this? How do you say that thing? And then I can't keep up. So I catch 1 or 2 words out of every line. It's ridiculous. Practice would make perfect, of course, but yeah. Oh my goodness. But it's a fantastic game and a lot of fun, so we'll be having fun with that at parties, I think. Okay, as an addendum to the previous video, I normally wouldn't go out and do another collection around the charity shops and places like that. But when I've just done one, I mean. But I have had some time when I was down in town anyway, so I thought, well, I'm here, I may as well try and have a look around. So, let's see what I got. Now, the first thing is, I went to the usual charity shop that usually has a load of good stuff, and it didn't disappoint me. It may not have as much good stuff in the future, though, because they've decided that they're going to put up their prices. It's from £1 per disc per title even to £2, which will make my selections a little bit leaner, because some of these I'm getting because they're £1 or so in CEX, and yeah, so I'm not going to be getting as many from there, let's put it that way. So let's see what I got this time anyway. The first one is very interesting. I've not seen this around ever, and it's Babe. Now, it's a fairly early, no, actually, it's a fairly late release. It's middling, considering what it is. But decent quality case, and good quality manual and disc, so I was very happy with this one. It's an odd game. It's very, very definitely for young kids, and it's a bit of a puzzler, but it's a simple puzzler. So I thought that was interesting, and we'll probably do a game hour review on it, because it is quite interesting in the way it's dealing with things. Next one up, when I started playing this, I thought, have I picked the same game as before? And it turns out I haven't, but it's just using very, very similar locations and characters, which I suppose, under the circumstances, is understandable. And that's Bratz Diamonds, and Forever Diamonds even. Yeah, this is one of those where it's like, ugh. The only reason I'm getting this is because it's to complete the set. No manual, unfortunately, but decent quality disc. And the case is actually not bad under the circumstances. So yeah, it's just one of those. Let's see. Ugh. Next one up, I thought this one's genuinely looking interesting. I had a quick look on the CX website on my phone to see what I should be expecting to pay for it, and couldn't find it on CX. But I've had that in the past with Buster Block, and it turned out that it did have it. It was just spelled slightly differently to how I typed it in. And that's Disney's Peter Pan, The Legend of Neverland. Now, this is an interesting game. It's one of those bog standard platformers, and it's one of those annoying ones where if you die, you go back to the start of the level, but it's not that well executed in terms of the way the platforms work, so it is a bit of an issue, but it's a fun game nevertheless. I had a quick go over it, and it was a lot of fun. Decent quality case. I mean, there's a couple of knocks and bumps and stuff on it, but nothing too bad. The manual is creased a bit, so it's been used a fair amount, but the disc's in pretty good condition, so I was very happy for getting that one. Didn't even know it was around, but there you are. Another one I didn't know about, but probably should have, is Rayman M. Now, this one is an interesting game, but mostly in terms of the fact that it's a fighting game. It's a 3D brawler type thing, but it's good quality case, good quality manual, got the extra bump as you can see, and the disc is in pretty good condition, so I'm very happy to pick this up. And yeah, this was the one that I had to have regardless of anything else, so I picked that up, holding it hard, carefully in my hand as I have a look through the rest, because I knew I wanted that one. The Rayman game's always been pretty good, you see. Yeah, so when it turned out to be a 3D brawler, I was like, no, well, at least I have it. Now, this one I picked up because I misread what I had in my list. I have a list on my phone of all of my games. I keep a PDF in Dropbox, and it lists everything. It's quite good. And I thought I had the third one in this, but I don't. I have the second one, so I've ended up with it twice. Whoops. Shrek 2. Decent quality case. The manual's in pretty good condition as well, and the disc's in pretty good condition. So I've got a good condition copy. I mean, there are a few notches on the bottom. It's like it's been bumped or something. But it's not bad. Like I said, I've already got it, but never mind. Now, moving on. Further down in town, I picked up a film. Basically, I'm going to watch this tonight while a lot of things upload, because I won't be able to use Netflix. And I thought, oh, I want a new film, because I'm sick of watching the same DVDs again and again. I have pretty large library of DVDs and then still can't find anything I want to watch. So I decided to pick up the live-action version of Mulan while I was in CEX. It's a Chinese film, so I'll get to practice my Mandarin, which is awful because being deaf, I can't tell the difference between the tones, which is a bit of an annoyance. But it turns out it's 2 discs, so that's going to be interesting. I wonder what's the special features. So that'll be fun to have a look at. I'm going to enjoy that tonight. But back to the games now. Now, on my way down to town, found another charity shop and got Sports Party for the Wii. It's not a game I'm familiar with, but for £1, I wasn't going to pass it up. I don't outright collect Wii games, but every now and again, if I see something that looks interesting, I'll pick one up. Good quality manual, and the extra bump is in there as well at the back. Yeah, the usual safety precautions thing. Not much else. Good quality disc as well. I'm going to give that a try later on. Probably be quite fun at parties, that kind of thing. Now, let's have a look at what I found while I was down in town. The other usual charity shop where I ended up getting a load of stuff was... didn't disappoint me, let's put it that way. Now, this set, I picked up 4 games from there, which were 99p each, and she says, you do realise you can get 10 for $4.99. But when I was looking at it, I could have got 3 other games, and they would have been games I already had. And you know what I'm like, I've said this in previous videos. I said in previous videos that I've already gone... And maybe in some of the videos that I'm going to put up the weekends to catch up. I don't know. But I'm one of those people that when I see things in the charity shop that I've already got and they're fairly cheap, I don't pick them up because I'm of the view that, yes, I could get them as trade fodder for later on, or I could let someone in the area who has a PlayStation and possibly doesn't have an awful lot of money have a good game. That's how I view it. So I said to her, to be honest with you, I've got the other ones that you've got, so I'm not gonna take that, and I'll just be picking those 3 plus 3 random things off your shelf just to make it up to 10. And I don't think that benefits me or you. So I'm gonna leave it. Just fair enough. And so I've ended up spending £4 instead of $4.99. It's not a massive difference. I could have got them. I decided not to. Now the first one is Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider Underworld. I can actually see it on the screen here, I just can't read it. And it's not bad, really. It's good condition case, good condition manual, and the disc looks in pretty good condition, too. It's one of those games that I've already got on the Xbox, and yeah, I never got to play it because it's also one of those annoying ones where it came out on the Xbox 360, and therefore the original Xbox version I picked up doesn't work on the 360. One of those things. I have an original Xbox, and when I plug it into this, it has a green filter on it. So I'm having to work on that before I can even play my Xbox games, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, not bad for £1. Next one up is one I've been looking at for a while, and the first version that they had was damaged. But they've managed to find another version, or I've managed to have another version of it put in, and this one is not damaged. So it's Age of Empires 2. Now, I didn't know these came out on the PlayStation, so that was quite surprising. It's a really thick manual there, and extra bump, and it's in good condition too. So I'm happy. The case has a few scratches on it. It's a bit worn, but never mind. It's old style black case as well. And the disc is in good condition, so yeah. They've obviously sold the original version, or someone's cleaned it up and redonated it. I don't know. But either way, good condition. So I had to have that. Again, 99p, so not bad. Next one up, we have another Harry Potter. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And this is my favourite of the Harry Potters. And it's, well, from the books and films anyway. So I was really happy with that. It's a good quality manual with the extra bump in the back. What is the extra bump for these? Is it just a... Oh, it's just advertised in the films. But still nice to have the extra bump. So let's put that back. And again, the disc's in pretty good condition. Let's have a quick look. Is it? Yeah, it's just got fingerprints all over. Not bad at all, really, all things considered. There is damage to the back of the case, but I can live with that. Especially for 99p. Now, this one, yeah, it's little red dots on everything. Now, this one is Summoner, and you might be thinking, well, you've paid 99p for a game that's only 75p in CEX. And yes, you'd be right, I have, but it's good condition, and the manual is in pretty good condition too. I don't think it's been read that much because the creases on it aren't that bad. And the disc is in really good condition, so it's been kept with care. But the reason I picked it up isn't because it was in good condition and it was with the other ones. It's because someone's left a memory card in it. So for 99p, I've got a game and a memory card. And I was talking to the woman in the shop, and she says, "Oh, we don't sell electronics. I don't know how that's got in there. We wouldn't take this in because it's electronics." I said, "Well, don't throw it away. Just leave it in there." And she went, "Yeah, I won't tell anyone if you don't." And I said, "That's fine." Oops. I have told everyone, but I haven't told you where it was, so she's not going to get in trouble for taking in electronics or selling them. So yeah, a game and a memory card for 99p. I'm not going to complain for that. Now, finally, this is another one that my wife bought me. She's a big fan of the SingStars. And I think we've got all of the or almost all, maybe there's one we're missing, of the SingStars that are available in the UK. So we've started expanding out. And this one is SingStar Deutsche Rock Pop, Volume 2. So, yeah, this one looks interesting. Now, my German is not very good. I speak better Japanese and Norwegian than German. But I like to practice. So, good quality manual with the extra bump in the back as well there. See? So, I'm very happy with that. Good quality. The disc seems in pretty good quality. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's hardly ever been used, or it was polished before it was sent out. The case isn't in the best condition ever. It's got some notches on the back like it's been bumped, and the bottom of this has been pushed up as if it's been bumped. But I can cope with that. So, another one to add to the set to expand into the European market. So, I knew we would end up doing this eventually. I'm going for a full UK set, not for a full PAL set, but Jen and I do like to sing on SingStar, so we'll keep going with that. Anyway, that's all I've got time for this week, so that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like this, and if you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on too, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. Since these game haul videos sections are getting big on the song, I'm thinking of splitting them off into a separate game haul video that will go up over weekends. So if you have any views on that, do let me know. But if you don't, then it'll go up at weekends, and the regular song will just be during the week. So you won't miss out, it'll just be separate. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. Remember to click the like button if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. It's one of those situations where, yeah, sometimes you think, what are you doing?
What?
Are you squeezing a bottle?
Yeah.
It's coming in here. It's echoing through the house. While I'm talking, all I can hear is